to the batter's box will go Jacob Stanley. St. Paul with 3 in the first, 3 more in the third. And they've left runners on. They've actually found many different ways to get on base. A couple St. Mary Airs got him on base. 7 hits, a couple by walk, 2 hit batsmen. So that one fouled down and came back up and caught Jacob Stanley. We'll have a good one, I think, on Saturday. District softball title on the line with 2 SBC Bay Division teams as Huron and Edison will be facing one another. You're 1 and 2 seeds, so third time for those 2 teams doing battle. And SBC, that one hit on the ground to Flewelling. Flewelling bobbles it. He's going to try and throw across, but he's not going to get the speedy Stanley. So E5, excuse me, on Flewelling gets Stanley down to first base. And that brings Thomas Bocock. Bocock reached on an air in the first, a single in the third. Off and running is Stanley. The throw short hops. Backing up the play, though, for St. Mary's was Brock Gill. No balls and a strike is the count. Again, high school rules, pretty much similar to what they do in a lot of the youth baseball. 10 runs after 5 innings. So if the visiting team has batted 5 times and the home team has a lead of 10 or more, throw down to first base. The throw is up the line in towards the base runner, but they'll retire Bocock. 1-3 on the putout. On to third goes Stanley. And again, the winner of this match will be your sectional champion. St. Paul is the 2 seed. St. Mary's the 8 seed. That one popped up on the infield. Luke Bloom and Flewelling, the third baseman, fights it off and puts it away. So first pitch swinging there was Luke Bloom. And Flewelling, nice job there. Battling the sun, puts it away. So 2 outs, still a runner on third. That Clyde baseball district gets loaded with quality teams. This one hit back on the ground. Second, stopping the ball, throw to first in time. Braden Wilson to Ross Whaley. So the Panthers get out of it 4 complete. St. Paul leads 6-0. Yeah, we've talked about him a lot in this telecast, but he has been everything is advertised. Scotty Adelman struck out the last 6 outs have come by strikeout. He has 8 in the contest, spread 2 hits and a walkout, but it's got the shutout going right now. And we are into the top half of inning number 5 here for the Panthers. And it looks like the starting pitcher who's still in there, Ben Millis, going to lead off the 5th inning here. Millis, a strikeout victim his first time up. Incidentally, that district, the number 1 seed in the Clyde district is Hopewell Loudon. They're going to play the winner of 4 and 5 seed Fremont St. Joe and Toledo Christian. St. Paul, the 2 seed, who looks like they will advance. They will await the winner of Tiffin Calvert and New Regal. And incidentally, St. Paul 2 losses. There's a pop-up on the infield. Luke Bloom off of first base to put it away. St. Paul with a tough loss to the number 1 seed Hopewell Loudon, second week of the season, a 1-0 contest. And also a middle of the week loss to Tiffin Calvert. So St. Paul potentially with a chance to turn those scores around on 2 of their losses early in the season. But popped up, coming third base at us, going to be just short of us. So first pitch swinging there was Dylan Myers. And a couple pop-ups here. Millis to the first baseman and Dylan Myers to the third baseman, 5 unassisted. Back around to the top of the order to Gennari. And right now, 8 of the last 9 Adelman is set down. 6 via the strikeout. Count even at a ball and a strike. Adelman gets the sign. And off-speed pitch, a little bit in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. See if Millis comes back out in that bottom half of inning number 5 for St. Mary's. If count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes there. And Anderson Gennari, not sure he agreed with that call. And Gennari's going to go down swinging, strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers. Middle of 5. St. Paul 6, St. Mary's 0. Look at the numbers there on the Dewey Furniture scoreboard. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Flyers. No runs on 2 hits and 2 errors for the Panthers. Today's telecast is brought to you in part by the Sandusky Mall. Experience it all at the Sandusky Mall. St. Paul going to send up here. 7-8-9, Tyler Perkins. And Perkins hits that one out into left field for a single. Not sure if I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Perkins You get a lot of good athletes that come through here on Erie County through the SBC. Perkins, although not big in stature, has picked up something that a lot of kids would like. He got his first Division I football offer the other night to Iowa State University. So just a junior, so he'll have another year. He is the punter. And see if he maybe doesn't land something closer to home, maybe a Buckeye. Of course, Norwalk kicker, Garrison Smith, is down at Ohio State now. Perkins on the steal a second is in there, so I'm going to guess that's about stolen base number 6 for the Flyers, as they've been off and running. St. Paul can put up a 4 spot here. This game would end. And this one lifted on the infield. Second baseman over there putting it away. It's Braden Wilson. So Caden Maxwell, 4 unassisted on the pop out. Perkins remains at second. Now with 1 out for Cole Maxwell. Leadoff hitter Scotty Adelman comes out on deck. First pitch swinging. Fouled straight back. Two games tomorrow, Norwalk and Perkins, and I think we're going to be at Woodlands Intermediate for some Huron boys baseball. That also a sectional championship game. And ball gets away from the catcher. Perkins trots down to third base. I'd like to consider myself, I'm over 50, so I'm in that 50 plus gang. I like to consider myself a little tech savvy. I just opened up an Instagram account, but anybody who likes social media, you should visit Tyler Perkins' Instagram account, because it shows him punting in the middle of a snowstorm in the winter, and it is pretty impressive. Looks pretty cool. Good look at the starting pitcher, Ben Millis. Millis had trouble with the odd innings, 1 and 3. That pitch down low. He's retired the Flyers in order in the second, and pretty much in order in the third. He had an error that cost him defensively, but then after the error, got the next 3 out. And that one going to be a strike, as Maxwell with a big smile down there. Count full. And Maxwell hits it to short, fielded over there by Gill. Gill's throw across is in time, but coming around to score will be Tyler Perkins with the 7th St. Paul run. Maxwell will pick up the RBI on the ground out. 6-3. And Scotty Adelman. Adelman 2 for 3. Couple stolen bases, a run scored. Singles in the first and third, struck out in the second. And Adelman takes that one inside. Interested to see Eli Fisher, the 2-hole hitter for the Flyers, get up there. He has kept Anderson Gennari busy with 3 fly balls. This one fouled off and into the woods, right behind us here. So one of the St. Paul Bat Boys going to come out and take a look for it. Count even at a ball and a strike. Adelman hits out of that open stance from the left side of the plate. Pitch tailing away for ball 2. And this one ripped between second and first for a 3-hit day for Scotty Adelman. That brings Eli Fisher to the plate. We'll see what Adelman decides to do down there with that 7-run lead here in the 5th inning. And the throw keeps Adelman diving back in. I think, though, he'll be probably free to run here if he so decides. He certainly got the read on the pitcher, and Millis is aware of his speed, so he's trying to keep him close over there. And Millis now steps off the plate. He's going to ask the catcher to go through the signals again. Fisher stands in. Adelman's off and running. Throw down. Not nearly in time, so add another stolen base to the list of accomplishments for Scotty Adelman. And he's off and going to third, and Fisher rips this one into right field, and Adelman going to come around and score easily. So Fisher finally said, I'm not hitting it to you, Janeri, anymore. He goes to right field with the RBI single. And Adelman comes around to score. St. Paul 8, St. Mary's nothing now. So Jacob Stanley, Stanley, if he's able to becomes the game-winning run now with that 10-run rule. If he were able to get one up in the air and over the fence here at Contractors Park, St. Paul would walk off a 10-0 winner. He shows bunt, and down stealing into second base is Fisher. And not a whole lot Kyle West can do back there behind home plate. That pitch outside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch inside. Fisher thought about third, but good job by Kyle West. Keep the ball in front of him. Temperature going down a little bit here as the sun falls behind the trees. And ball 4. As Stanley going to go down to first. And now the winning run is on first base. Up to the plate's going to step Thomas Bocock. Bocock reached on an error in the first, a single and a stolen base in the third, and a ground out back to the pitcher in the fourth. Millis checks the runners and steps off. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Fisher at second. Stanley down at first. Right now, Millis just trying to deal with Thomas Bocock, your flyer cleanup hitter. And the pitch, that one going to be outside. 2 balls and a strike. See Brock Gill come into your screen there as every time the ball's thrown, he's kind of backing up. And that one hit on the ground and gets past the second baseman. Fisher's going to come around to score. And into third base quickly goes Jacob Stanley. So now the winning run for the Flyers just 90 feet away down at third base. And RBI single for Bocock. That's going to leave it up to Luke Bloom here. 2 down. St. Paul got the last 3 with 2 down, actually. Throw over to first. And one thing you got to watch out here if you're catcher Kyle West, Millis has thrown a couple in the dirt, and that winning run down at third base right now. So see if St. Paul has something on here. They are running from first, trying to entice a throw to second, but they'll again, allow Bocock to take second base uncontested, as his run means nothing right now, as that runner on third is the winning run. Hit back to the pitcher, fielded over there by Millis, and on to first for out number 3. St. Paul gets 3, and they lead 9-0. Three-run innings for the Flyers have them out on top 9-0. 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for St. Paul. No runs on 2 hits, 2 errors for St. Mary's. Today's telecast brought to you in part by Matthews Ford in Sandusky. When you make it Matthews, we make it happen. Stop by for a test drive. That's at Matthews Ford in Sandusky. And the Flyers now needing just 1 run to end this is interesting. They've scored in the odd innings. 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fifth to get their 9. St. Mary's still looking for that first tally up on the scoreboard. But again, very tough with this young man on the mound, Scotty Adelman. Count him up here again. 9 strikeouts for Adelman through the first 5, so 9 of the 15 outs down on strikes, and that curveball kind of bends back Brock Gill. It'll be 2-3-4, Gill, West, and Whaley for the Panthers here in inning number 6, as St. Mary's down to their final 6 outs here in this sectional title game. Adelman gets the sign and the 2-0 delivery outside ball 3. Adelman works quickly from that mound, and actually now it goes to 3-1. I apologize. It happens. Every now and then I miss a strike here or there. We're positioned down the third base line here. That one on the corner for strike 2. And I need to be about, if I had a bar stool, I wouldn't be looking through chains, but this chair is a lot more comfortable than a bar stool. 1 down now for the Flyers there. A little closer look there at St. Paul Flyers starting pitcher, ace Scotty Adelman. Adelman works from that left side of the rubber, and he's still popping that mitt here in the 6th inning. Strike 1 to Kyle West, the catcher. And a little off-speed pitch, going to catch Kyle West on the backside. If you're going to get hit, you want to get hit where it's padded. West stuck that one out there, and he'll take first base. One out runner for the Panthers. Left-hand hitting Ross Whaley to the plate now. Adelman checks first. And that curveball is going to drop low. Whaley 0 for 2. Fly out to right and a strikeout. And look here. I think Adelman is not shy about who he strikes out. He's struck out every one of the St. Mary Panther batters at least once. So 1 out, runner on first. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch fouled off the trademark and out over the dugout into the woods it goes. And when I say woods, I mean woods. This one hit on the ground to second. Maxwell on to first for out number 2, 4-3 on the ground out. You want to have your poison ivy cream on before you go in these woods, and the bug spray, as we got a few bugs out here today. I'm actually going to head over after this game ends, head over to Sandusky and have hopefully some dinner outside, and I'm hoping the muffleheads aren't there. Hit on the ground to Maxwell. Maxwell on to Bloom for 3 outs, so 1 out single doesn't hurt the Flyers. They lead 9-0. Got a new pitcher on the mound for the St. Mary Central Catholic Panthers. It'll be Jonathan McClung. McClung put into a tough situation here as Flyers just 1 run away from victory. As they have 9. Either that or Adelman's got to come out and get 3 more outs. McClung, right-hander. See who he's going to have to deal with here for the Flyers. Looks like it'll be 6, 7, 8. Drew Coonley, Tyler Perkins, and Caden Maxwell. Getting a few more warm-up tosses in. Catcher will fire it down there, and McClung going to make his first pitch here of the afternoon. Coonley hit by a pitch in the 3rd and scored. Grounded out to short in the 1st and grounded out to 2nd in the 4th. So officially 0 for 2. McClung ready for his first pitch here. Bottom half of inning number 6. And swinging away was Drew Coonley for strike 1. Very little wind here today. That one's going to sail high. Again, be back in Norwalk tomorrow, across town at Norwalk High School for Perkins and Bellevue. Excuse me, Perkins and Norwalk. What was I saying? Perkins and Bellevue. Perkins and Norwalk tomorrow. Should be a good one. Both teams solid pitching, solid lineup, so should be an entertaining game.